hungry. I have a sweet tooth, but I'm on a diet. And I love baseball. I like to cook up some baseball cards.
I like to look at some baseball cards.
You know what to do on a busy Sunday night when I come home and find out that your Mangini collection gave you a shout out and you got extra 25 plus subs just today? I like to look at some baseball cards.
I don't know about you, but when it's early in the morning and I have my nice cup of coffee that's already cold, I like to look at some baseball cards.
So when it's almost 5 o'clock on a Friday and you're working from home, you know what I like to do? I like to look at some baseball cards.
I like to look at some football cards.
Hey, YouTube. You know what I like to do after teaching third graders all day? I like to look at some baseball cards.
You know what I like to do after Zoom class? I like to look at baseball cards.
Hey again, guys. You know what I like to do when PSA has thousands of my cards and I have no idea when I'm going to get them back? I like to look at some baseball cards.
Hey again, guys. Do you know what I like to do when I wake up too early on a Saturday morning because I went to bed too early the night before? I like to look at some baseball cards.
Hey again, guys. You know what I like to do when it gets cold here in South Carolina?
I like to look at some baseball cards.
You know what I like to do when the wife and kids are out of the house? I like to look at baseball cards.
Hey again, guys. You know what I like to do on a school holiday when I'm wearing a long sleeve white t-shirt with a frocket?
Well, hey everybody. You know what I like to do when I'm done watching a bunch of pro wrestling is I like to look at baseball cards.
Do you know what I like to do when I'm teaching virtually and I have a lunch break on a Tuesday when I don't have a bunch of meetings or a whole bunch of stuff to grade or do or really anything? I like to look at some 70s baseball cards.
You know what we like to do when we're listening to some rock and roll and eating some delicious breakfast? We like to open some packs.
What's up, everybody? You know what I like to do when my kid's asleep, my wife's at work, and my other kid's at school? I like to look at some baseball cards. Yeah.
Here in Wisconsin, when it's freezing cold outside, I like to look at some baseball cards.
Do you know what I like to do after a long day at the LCS, going through value boxes, looking at thousands of baseball cards? I like to come home, relax, and look at some baseball cards.
Hey guys, you know what I like to do after I get done defending my kitchen from my son and his friends? I like to look at some baseball cards.
Well, hello there. This is Jason, Zombie Collector. And you know what I like to do when I'm watching AEW Dark? I like to look at some baseball cards.
Do you know what I like to do on election night? Before I go to dinner, you know what I like to do?
Do you know what I like to do after a hurricane comes through? It's the first day of August. And I don't know if I ever told you what I like to do in August. So it's Tuesday night, and you know what I like to do on Tuesday night? It's Wednesday night. And do you know what I like to do on Wednesday nights? Do you know what I like to do when my air conditioning stops working and it's pushing 90 degrees in my house? I'm excited. And when I'm excited, you know what I like to do?
You know what I like to do when I'm hanging out with Lou Pinella? You know what I like to do after a long drive?
Do you know what I like to do to get away from politics?
Do you know what I like to do when it's raining outside?
You know what I like to do when my cat has no interest in playing with me?
You know what I like to do when I get out of the shower? Do you know what I like to do when the stock market ends down over 1,000 points?
You know what I like to do when my wife tells me to clean the garage because she says I'm hoarding? You know what I like to do when my wife and my daughter are knitting?
You want to look at some baseball cards?
You know what I like to do when I discovered that somebody dinged my car? You know what I like to do when I first wake up in the morning? You know what I like to do late at night?
You like to look at baseball cards?
I'd like to look at some baseball cards.
Hey again, guys. So my wife invited some people over, you know? And you know what I like to do when my wife invites people over? I like to sneak up into my card room and I like to look at some baseball cards. I'm gonna put on my white gloves.
Now today, I got a special treat for you. Obviously, when you see the white glove, it's because I got something rare to show you guys.
There's my glove.
I got this nice old catcher's mitt here, and this thing fits like a glove. So I'm going to go ahead and wear the glove.
You know what I like to do when I want to show off a dream card that I've recently received in the mail while making a response video for the one and only John Mangini of the Mangini Collection, while also wearing my 2-year-old daughter's little pink glove because I can't find my gloves anywhere. I like to look at some baseball cards.
You know what I like to do when I'm in bed, alone, under the covers? I like to look at some baseball cards.
Hi guys, do you know what I like to do when I'm home on a cold night? With the wind blowing outside, with absolutely no plans to go out anywhere? I like to look at some baseball cards and football cards.
You know what I like to do after watching you crazy animals on YouTube all day? I like to look at some animal cards.
Do you know what I like to do when it's colder than a brass toilet seat in northern New York? I like to look at some baseball cards.
You know what I like to do when I'm out hiking in Daniel Boone National Forest? You guessed it. I like to look at some baseball cards.
And you know what I like to do when I'm in the Ground Chuck Man Cave? I like to look at some baseball cards.
Do you know what I like to do when I'm having a good drink? I like looking at sports cards of future Hall of Famers.
You know what I like to do after a long week of work and facing the harsh Canadian winter and trudging through this cold Canadian snow? I like to look at some hockey cards.
You know what I like to do when I'm taking a break from work during the day and shooting a video? I like to look at some baseball cards.
What's up, friends, fellow card collectors? Card Hobbies here. You know what I like to do when I get home from a day of work? I like to look at some baseball cards and football cards. One glove quick hitter coming right at you.
You know what I like to do every day to unwind after a long day of work? I like to look at some of my funky cards from my funky collection.
You know what I like to do when I find out that John Mangini of the Mangini Collection has reached 900 subscribers? I like to look at some baseball cards.
Hey guys, you know what I like to do when I can't be out playing baseball? Well, I like to look at baseball cards.
You know what I like to do on a Sunday when I'm baking some brownies, the kitchen's on fire? I like to look at some baseball cards.
Hey guys, do you know what I like to do when I'm in my son's room, opening Pokemon packs and thinking about what to do for a Mangini response video? I like to look at some baseball cards.
Hey, everybody. You know what I like to do on 3-day weekends? I like to look at some custom autographed baseball cards.
Hey guys, you know what I like to do? I like to look at some baseball cards.
You know what I like to do when my friend John Mangini is getting harassed for wearing gloves while showing his cards? I like to look at some Pittsburgh Steeler and Pittsburgh Pirate cards. So here we go.
You know what I like to do while I pack up my baseball cards? Look, I'm packing them up. Cry! Ah!
Hey, you two. You know what I like to do as a fellow bald man when John Mangini hits 900 subscribers? That's right. Look at some baseball cards.
What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to Do Rock TV. And you know what we like to do when we're hiding from mom because we don't want to clean our rooms?
We love to look at baseball cards.
We love to look at baseball cards. And we got our gloves.
This is big.
Man, we look good.
You look good.
We look real good.
You look good.
It's my 1948 Willie Jones. And this just has great color on it.
What are you doing? You're under there.
Oh, shoot, guys. Gotta go. Sorry, important head. See you later.
What did you do?
Nobody.
What is with the glove?